Hi there, this is Harry and welcome back to Advanced English Lessons with Harry, where we try to help you to get a better understanding of the English language. So in this particular Advanced English lesson, we've got a whopping big 50, 50, really important phrasal verbs in English. Now, phrasal verbs are used every day by the British native speaker. They use them without really knowing that they're referred to as phrasal verbs, just a natural part of their speech. But time and time again, all the students that I deal with, they want to know phrasal verbs. They want to know which ones to use. They want to know how to use them. So this is a golden opportunity for you. I've got 50. So this is a little bit of a marathon, okay? So you have to stay with me on this. So let's get started. To back down. When we back down, we retreat or we take a lesser position. So if you're making a stand against your boss, say, no, I'm not going to do it. No, I can't. I really can't. And then after 10 minutes, you say, well, look, okay, I can stay late, but only 1 or 2 days. So you back down, you retreat, you reverse your previous decision. To back down. Blow up. Well, this has a couple of meanings. You can blow up balloons for the kid's birthday party, so you blow up the balloons, but you can also blow up the building if you forget to turn off the gas and then you switch on the electricity. Boom! That's what's going to happen. So blow up. Break down. This also has a couple of meanings. The car can break down on your way to work. Okay? A relationship can break down. And you can break down some numbers. For example, if you're an accountant and you have a figure for 10,000 euro as expenses, your boss might ask you to break it down into individual parts. What are the individual expenses that we paid? So to break down the numbers, okay, or break down the figures. Bring up. Again, a couple of meanings here. Bring up. Somebody's not feeling so well and they've eaten their breakfast in a hurry, they might bring it up, meaning to vomit, to bring up their food. Yeah. So the young child of 5 or 6 coughed and coughed, eventually brought up his breakfast. But we can bring up a point at a meeting. We're sitting around the boardroom table or the meeting table and say, I'd like to bring up a point here. So several good points were brought up at the meeting yesterday. Bring up, past tense, brought up. Bump into. Well, to bump into somebody means to meet somebody by accident. I bumped into Michael as I was walking down the high street. I wasn't expecting to see him because I didn't know he was back, so I bumped into him. Guess who I bumped into yesterday? Guess who I met yesterday? You weren't planning to do it. You met them quite by accident. Okay? Or you can bump into somebody in the supermarket. You can bump into somebody on a holiday you didn't believe or didn't realize you were going to the same destination. Bump into. Call off. To call off means to suspend or to stop. Yeah? The police eventually called off their search for the missing man because it got very dark and they couldn't see what they were looking for. To call off. The football match was called off late because there was a very heavy downpour of rain and the pitch became waterlogged. To call off means to suspend, postpone, or stop. Catch up. We can catch up with our friends for a beer on a Friday night after a busy day or a busy week in the office. We can catch up with our friend in the park. You see him 100 meters ahead of you, so you run a little bit faster or walk more quickly to catch up with him. Or your son or daughter who have been out sick for a couple of weeks from school, the teacher will say they have a bit of work to catch up with. They have to catch up with everybody else in the class. So to catch up with means to keep up or to get to the same level as the other people. Catch up. Check on. If you've got to check on something, you mean you've got to see what's happening. I'll check on that later, meaning I will see what is happening later. So perhaps you're doing an experiment in the laboratory and you have to leave something for a couple of hours and say, okay, we'll come back to that later and I'll check on it and see what the progress is. Or indeed, if you're cooking something and you're baking a cake in the oven, I'll just go and check on the cake. It should be just about ready. I don't want to burn it, or I don't want to overcook it. Yeah, so to check on something. Or the kids are upstairs, they've gone really, really quiet. Why don't you go upstairs and check on them and see what they're doing? They should usually be making noise. Things have gone very, very quiet. To check on means to see what is happening. Check out. Well, we have a couple of meanings for check out. Literally, when we go to the supermarket and we buy our items, we check them out. Yeah, we check out. We pay for the items at the cashier, or we scan them and we pay them through our credit card that way. Okay, so to check out. Or we can check out from a hotel. So the checkout time is 2 o'clock. Or 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, whatever the time happens to be. So we go and we pay our bill, we settle our bill for the weekend stay in the hotel. Or you might tell somebody, I'll check out the location later. So you're planning a quick holiday with the kids, you want to go away for the autumn break or the Easter break, but you're not quite sure. You've got an idea where you'd like to go, but you need to look it up on the internet and check out and see what the area is like. Is it suitable for kids? Are there plenty of things for everybody to do? I'll check it out later. I'll look into it later. I'll do a bit of research. To come across. Well, again, a couple of meanings here. If you're going into the town or the market just to have a walk around and you find something that might be interesting, you come across it. So you weren't intending buying that particular item, but you saw it on a stall and you thought that your wife or husband or boyfriend or girlfriend might like this, so you came across it by accident. We can also come across in a meeting in a certain way. You can come across as being angry. You can come across as being intelligent. You can come across as a little bit arrogant. Or so different ways you can come across depending how you speak and who you speak to. So to come across. Okay, so how do you present yourself? How do other people see you? Come back. Well, come back usually means return. He came back from holidays after 3 weeks. He came back to the office after being out sick. So to come back. Come in. Well, come in is a sort of way of inviting somebody into your home. Come in and have a cup of tea. Come in while you're there and rest your feet. Okay, so we come in when somebody invites us to come in or to enter their home. Come in. Come up with. Well, this is when we have an idea. To come up with an idea means to think of something that you hadn't thought about before. You're sitting around the table and the boss wants people to brainstorm. I'd like everybody to come up with at least one, if not two, new ideas. So to come up with, to invent, create, think of some way that we can get ourselves through these difficulties. To come up with a suggestion. Okay, so if you're planning the holidays for the next year, you want people to do something together and you're talking to the gang, say, look, why don't you come up with a few suggestions? Let's have a chat about it the next time we meet and we'll decide which is the most appropriate, which is the one that everybody will like, to come up with some suggestions. And indeed, if you like this particular lesson, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel because it really, really helps. Cut down. Well, again, a few meanings here. Cut down. Cut down usually means to reduce. Okay, so you can cut down on the meat. The doctor told you not to eat so much red meat. Cut down on your intake of red meat. Cut down on your alcohol intake because it will help your blood pressure. Or simply you can go into the forest and cut down the trees. Not all of them, I hope, but you can cut down so they will be used for firewood. Okay, so cut down usually means to reduce. Drop by. Okay, so you drop by your friend on your way home. You phone your partner and say, look, I'll probably be about half an hour later than usual. I'm just going to drop by my mother to see if she's okay. Is this something that she needs? Or you're working on the 4th floor and your boss is working on the maybe 2nd floor, and he called you and said, look, why don't you drop by my office later and we can chat about these things? Okay, so if you're on your way to lunch, drop by on your way out, we can talk for 20 minutes or 30 minutes to catch up. Okay, so drop by. Another phrasal verb with drop is to drop off. Okay, again, with a few meanings. Typical meaning is to take somebody somewhere, to drop off the kids to school on your way to work, to drop off your partner at the airport so that they don't have to take a taxi, to drop off the laundry to the dry cleaners so that it can be cleaned. Okay, so we drop something off. We take the kids, we take our partner, we take the clothes somewhere. But you could also drop off to sleep, yeah? You've had a difficult working week, you sit down on the sofa, you decide to watch a movie, and after 10 minutes, you drop off to sleep, okay? Drop off. We're at number 16. Next one is number 17, just to keep a count. Ease up on something. Ease up means to slow down a bit or take things a little slower, okay? So if the kids are talking really, really fast and you're not really keeping up with what they're trying to tell you, say, look, ease up a bit, yeah? So take it slowly, deep breaths, tell me exactly what happened, yeah? Ease up. Or if you're driving a little bit too fast on the motorway, your partner might say, oh, can you ease up on the speed a bit? I'm feeling a little bit car sick, yeah? So to ease up on. Or just generally when somebody's advising you to take things easy. The doctor, for example, say, ease up a bit on the work. Yeah, you're doing a little bit too much. You seem a bit stressed. So you need to take things a little bit easy. Why don't you have a break? Or why don't you try to leave the office at no later than 6 o'clock? Ease up on the alcohol. Take more water. So to ease up means to slow down on certain things, take things a little easier. Fall apart. Well, lots of things can fall apart. Relationships fall apart. People have an argument. The argument grows and grows and the relationship falls apart. Yeah? We can take a cake out of the oven. We've cooked it a little bit too much, and when we pick it up, it falls apart. Something happened, so it's a bit of a mess, and in the rubbish bin it goes to fall apart. But usually, as I said earlier about relationships, they often fall apart. So I'll try not to fall apart, meaning I'll try not to get too upset over the breakup of this relationship. You'll get over it. Yeah, you'll get over it. Yeah. Oh, she's taken it very badly. I think she's going to fall apart, mean really, really be upset. Fall apart. Fall down. Well, the person who's faints will fall down. If they stand up too quickly, they feel dizzy, they will fall down or faint. They will become unconscious. Okay, so to fall down. Prices can fall down. Yeah, the price of property will fall down in the times of recession or really high interest rates. People cannot afford to buy the properties, so they're hoping that the prices will fall down. If there's an oversupply of certain products, too much fruit, too much vegetables, then the price will fall down in the supermarkets, in the markets, to fall down. So they will go lower and lower. Find out. Well, to find out means to discover, yeah? I'll find out what's going on and I will let you know. I will discover what's going on and I will let you know. I hope Mum and Dad don't find out that we broke the window in the garage. There's going to be real trouble if they do. They'll stop our pocket money or they'll take our mobile phones as they usually do. So hopefully they don't find out. To find out means to discover or to uncover. Uncover the truth. Find out the truth. Get along. Well, we hopefully get along with many people. If you don't get along with people, then there's a problem. Get along with your neighbors means to have a good relationship with them. Get along with your brothers and sisters, to have a good relationship with your brothers and sisters. He gets along with anybody. Yeah, he's one of those personalities. Put him in a room with strangers, they'll be the best of friends within 10 minutes. To get along, and usually get along with. In this case, get along with anybody or everybody. Get away. Okay, to get away means to leave for a period of time. I'd love to get away for the weekend. Why don't we go this weekend? The weather forecast is supposed to be really, really good. Can you get away early from the office? Can you leave the office early? Oh, I've been trying to get away from this for ages. I'll do my best. Okay, so to get away means to leave or to stop doing something. Yeah, so as I said, get away for a weekend, get away from work, meaning to leave early. Get by. To get by means to survive. Okay, so I get by on very little money these days. So somebody who's retired, they don't need to drive to work anymore. They don't need to wear fancy suits or clothes, so they can get by on less money. They spend less. So their pension, if they have a pension, goes a little bit further. I get by on quite a easy amount of money these days. I don't need an awful lot. In fact, I'm on a diet as well. I'm doing a lot of exercise, so I get by without spending a lot of money on food. Okay, so to get by means to survive. But you can also use it in the negative. I don't know how he gets by on that pension. It's really, really small. I think we need to help him, okay, to get by on. To get over. Earlier we were talking about breakdowns of relationships, or when relationships fall apart. Well, if they do, then we might give the support to our friend and say, don't worry, it'll take a bit of time, but you'll soon get over it. You'll forget about it, or you'll move on to something different. Okay, so to get over means to recover, forget about it. But literally, you can get over a wall by climbing over the wall. So it has a couple of different meanings. Get up. Well, this is an easy one. Hopefully you all get up in the morning at some time, whether it's early or late. I always get up very early because I like to have a long day. To get up. Okay, to get up means to get out of the bed, get yourself in the shower, get dressed, and get off to work. Okay, so you can use get in many, many different ways. But to get up means to stand up, wake up, and do whatever has to be done. Get up. Give away. Well, to give away means to present something to somebody. Okay, you give away your collection of stamps because you've really outgrown them, you don't need them anymore, so you give them away to your cousin. Or if you have plenty of clothes and you want to recycle, upcycle, whatever you wish to do, you give them away to a charity, and they perhaps can sell the really good branded labels in their charity shop to raise money for their charity. So to give something away. Okay, but we can also give away somebody's secret. Yeah, now that's not intentional, but we made a mistake. Your best friend tells you something in secret, says, don't tell anybody. And of course, the first person you meet, you blurt it out and you give away the secret. Oh, I really shouldn't have told you. I've given away the secret. Please don't tell anybody else. Okay, so to give something away. So you're still with me, I hope, as we move through these. So we are here at let me just get you the number, where are we? 26. Now on to number 27. To give in. So we can give in to temptation, okay? So you're on a diet or you're fasting and you're walking past that beautiful, beautiful coffee shop or that beautiful, beautiful bakery, and you get the smell of the fresh bread or the cakes, and you eventually give in, you go in and you buy one, okay? So to give in to temptation. Or if you told your children, no television Monday to Friday. Friday evening, yes. Saturday, yes. Sunday, yes. But Monday to Friday, no. And your son comes in, but there's a really, really important football match. El Clasico is on Wednesday. I really, really want to watch it. So eventually you give in because you want to watch it as well. Yeah. So, okay, only this time, but after that, no more television until the weekend. Okay. So to give in means to accept something. Okay. Give up. Well, again, if we're going on that diet, we have to give up something. Means stop eating, stop drinking something. I'll give up alcohol for the month before Christmas. I'll give up eating sweets for the period before Easter. Okay, so we give up something. We stop doing something. Give up red meat and just eat chicken and fish. The government are constantly asking us to give up driving our cars for every journey. So we go on bicycles or we go on the metro or whatever we do because we don't want to be using too much fuel. Okay, so to give up something to protect the climate. Number 29, to go ahead. Okay, to go ahead means to continue, okay, or to go ahead of somebody else. So you're standing in the queue and there's an old lady behind you and she's been waiting a long time, and when it comes to your turn, you turn to her and say, you can go ahead, meaning you can take my place, you've been waiting here a long time. So a nice gesture to make, to go ahead. Or somebody will just give you the green light, as we say. Yeah, go ahead, that's okay. So you are in the passport office perhaps, and you're filling in the form, and you want to check you've got everything done correctly. So you ask the officer there, is this all correct? Yeah, it's okay for you to go ahead. Yeah, okay. So when you go ahead, it means you can proceed, you can continue. It could be in the airport when you're the security and they're checking the bags and they're checking the passport. Okay, yeah, you can go ahead, meaning you're free to go. Everything is okay. To go ahead. To go out. Well, literally to go out means to leave where you are and go somewhere else. To go out for a walk. Go out for a run. Go out for dinner. Go out to the cinema. Whatever you're doing, just, why don't we go out at the weekend? We haven't been out for ages. Okay, so to go out means to leave where you are and go somewhere else. To go out in the sunshine for a bit. Yeah, go out in the garden and play. Grow up. Okay, grow up. This is a question we often ask people. Where did you grow up? Meaning, where did you live in your early days? You didn't always live in this country, so where did you grow up? Oh, I grew up in England. I grew up in India. I grew up in Spain. Yeah, so I spent my early life, my early years in that particular country, and then I moved to this country for work or university, whatever it might have been. Okay, to grow up. Hang on. Okay, now hang on is a expression we use and a phrasal verb when we want somebody to wait for a little bit. Yeah, can you hang on a minute while I finish this work and I'll be with you in 2 minutes? Or somebody calls you on your mobile and you're in the middle of another call. You say, look, can you just hang on for a minute? I'll finish this other call quickly and I'll be with you as soon as I can. 30 seconds, I promise. Hang on. Hang out. We hang out with our friends. We spend time with our friends. Usually it means not doing a lot. What did you do yesterday? I just hung out with a few friends. I like to hang out with them because they're nice guys, they're cool. We play a bit of football, a bit of basketball, but nothing significant. Yeah, so to hang out with your friends. Who are you hanging out with these days? Yeah, the guys from school. Okay, to hang out. Kick out. To kick out means to get rid of something. Okay, so to kick someone out of the school for smoking, they are suspended. Or somebody got kicked out of the country for being here illegally. So if they don't have the proper documentation, they're going to be stopped, they're going to be arrested, and then they're going to be kicked out. Wow, that guy James, he got kicked out of the office because they found he had been taking stationery home. Wow, seems a bit serious for such a small thing. Kicked out, or to kick out. Let in. When we let in something, we agree to something. So we let the dog in. Yeah? Okay, so he goes out in the garden to do what dogs do, and then after 10 minutes, we let him in and he goes to sleep in his basket. Okay, to let in. Or we open the window to let in some fresh air, or open the skylight to let in the sunshine, open the curtains in the morning to let in the morning light. Okay, to let in, allow it into your room. Look after. Well, this is a good one, and it's a quite common expression. We look after the kids when our partner goes to the supermarket. We look after our kids when our partner goes out with his or her friends at the weekend. We look after our elderly parents if they need some help with their shopping or get them to the doctor, whatever needs to be done. Or we just simply look after a problem with somebody. Leave that with me. I will look after it. I will deal with that. I will handle it. I will look after that. Look for. Well, look for something means to search. I'm looking for a dress to go with these shoes for the wedding next week. Yeah? I'm looking for a nanny for my kids because I'm going back to work in September and I need somebody to collect them from school. So to look for, to search, to get something to help you look for. Or simply, I'll call into the supermarket on the way home from work and I'll look for something for dinner, something quick and easy, some snack that we can put together, okay, to look for. Look up. We look up information on the internet. Very, very simple. We look up information. Look up an old friend when you go to visit the city where you were brought up. Yeah, your friend still lives there, but you haven't been there for a long time. So you promise to look him or her up the next time you are there. Number 39 now. Number 39. Yeah, we're getting through them. Number 39. Make up. Okay, make up. To make up when you've had an argument with somebody. So the easiest way to get over it is to make up quickly. Yeah. They often say, if you have an argument with your partner, husband or wife, make up before you go to sleep. Don't go to sleep on an argument. So to make up means to apologize if you're in the wrong, accept an apology if it's offered, and make up. The second meaning of make up is about making up stories or making up excuses or making up lies. So kids are great at this. If they don't do the homework for the school teacher, they make up a little story or they make up a little lie. The dog ate the copybook, or mum didn't allow you to do the homework because it was too late. Whatever the excuse is, they make up a story. They make up a lie. Okay, number 40, to pay back. Well, unfortunately, when we borrow money, we have to pay back the money with interest, particularly if we borrow from the bank. If you're like my young son who used to borrow money from me, not only did I not get interest, I didn't even get the money paid back. Yeah? So to pay back means to return whatever you borrowed to somebody else, usually with interest. So each month when you pay your mortgage, you pay back a capital amount and some interest to the bank to pay back. Pick up. Well, earlier on we used drop off. So here is pick up. When they return from wherever they have visited, you promise to pick them up at the airport, to pick them up at the train station. Or indeed, you can run quickly into the pizza shop and pick up a couple of pizzas on the way home on a Friday evening. Yeah, okay, so to pick up in that case means to collect, okay? Or if you drop something on the floor, you just simply bend down and you pick it up. Could you pick that up for me, please? Yeah, just to make life a little bit easier. Pick up. To put off. Well, earlier on again, we had to call off. To put off is another way about postponing. Can we put off the meeting until next week? I don't feel so well, or I'm very busy and I don't have time to fit the meeting in. So let's put it off for a few days. Okay, so to put off means to postpone or delay. They have put off the wedding because of COVID. So many couples during the COVID pandemic, they put off their wedding plans because they simply couldn't invite the guests to the wedding. So they put off the wedding. So to postpone for a short or longer period of time. Put together. Well, we put together a plan. Yeah, so I tell you what we do. We'll sit down, we'll come up with a strategy, we'll put together the best ideas we have, and then we'll present it to management. Okay, so we'll put together. Or we're in a rush and we've been working all week. So when we get home, we put together whatever's in the fridge and try to make a reasonable dinner for everybody. It'd be tasty, but it won't be anything special, just to put something together quickly. Okay? If we take something apart, like a car engine, we put it together. If we take some furniture apart, we put it together. We assemble. Put up with. When we put up with something, we accept it, usually reluctantly. I have to put up with the neighbor's noise every time he's doing some renovation. Zzz, zzz, bang, 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 zzz, zzz, bang, 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 to put up with the noise, okay? To put up with the bad moods of our children from time to time when they don't really know what's going on. They can't express themselves, but we the parents have to put up with the bad moods. Do I have to put up with this all the time? Put up with the incessant rain here in Ireland? When you live here for so long, you just eventually put up with it. You accept it. Run out. Run out means we have nothing left. We run out of coffee. We run out of rice. We run out of water. Hopefully you don't run out of petrol when you're driving on the motorway. But if you do, it means you've nothing left in the tank. Or you have to phone somebody to come and collect you because I've run out of petrol. Oh, is that the time? We've run out of time. We'll have to carry forward these items to the next meeting. To run out. Take off. Well, when we go on a holiday, the plane will take off. The plane will take off in 10 minutes and everybody's, yay, we're on our way for a holiday. We get home after a wet, windy night and we take off our clothes and we jump in the shower and we warm ourselves up. We take off our clothes and put on our pajamas before we go to bed. To take off means to remove. Turn on the lights. Turn on the heating. Oh, it's chilly. We'll have to turn on the heating next week. We'll turn on the TV and listen to the news, see what's happening. Okay? To turn on means to switch on the heating. Turn on the radio, switch on the radio. Turn on the lights, switch on the lights. So many different ways you can use it. Turn on to add light to the room. Turn on the radio so that you can listen to the radio while you're driving the car. Oh, indeed, you can turn on the radio and listen to my podcasts. Spotify. Excellent. Good. To turn up. How many people turned up to the party? Okay, 20 people turned up to the party, meaning 20 people arrived. I only invited 5, but somehow 20 people turned up to the party. They arrived at the party. Something can turn up by accident. I was looking for this book last week and I couldn't find it. Today, I opened the drawer. It just turned up. I don't know why I didn't look there the first time. So something turns up. It comes unexpectedly. You pick up the mobile phone and you ring your friend and say, look, I'm not going to be able to meet you guys tonight. Something has turned up unexpectedly. Some problem has arisen in the office and you have to work a little bit later. So something turned up unexpectedly. Wait up. Well, we can wait up for our husband or partner to arrive back. You know, they've been traveling for a few days and we haven't seen them. So you send them a text, say, look, send me a message when the plane arrives and I'll wait up for you and we can have a chat. Okay, so to wait up for somebody means not to go to bed before they get there. Or they might say, look, I'm going to be a bit later than I thought. Don't wait up for me. I'll be fine. I'll tiptoe in. Hopefully you'll be asleep. I won't wake you. So don't wait up for me. Or we might just use it as a sort of an indication. Wait up, I'll be with you in a moment. So you're trying to indicate to somebody not to run off, not to walk too fast. Wait up, meaning give me time. I'll be there with you in a quick moment. And now finally we got to the end. Yes, number 50. I told you we needed a bit of energy, so we're there. The last one, number 50. Watch out. So watch out can be used as a danger sign. Watch out, something's going to fall. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful. Or watch out for that new movie. It should be on the cinemas in the next couple of weeks. It's really, really good, meaning keep your eyes open because when you see it, it's going to be really, really good. Or if I go to visit this new office block, what am I supposed to be watching out for? What should be brought to my attention? What should I think about or what should I look for in particular? So to watch out. In this case, we can say watch out as a danger sign, watch out meaning keep your eyes open for something, or watch out to make sure you don't miss something. Okay, so that's a long video. Hopefully you stayed with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And hopefully you got to understand a lot of very, very simple phrasal verbs, okay, we use them every day. As I said, they're used by native British English speakers all the time, and they're used instead of more formal verbs. So what I would like you to do is to listen to it, or you can cut it up and break it into a few pieces, but try and practice those. Try and use them both in your spoken English and your written English. If you need any help with them, any more examples, please ask, and I'll be really happy to hear from you and help you. And you can contact me, www.englishlessonviaskype.com. Thanks in particular for watching this very long video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you, and I'll join you again soon.